Showtime. Showtime at the Apollo Theater. Showtime at the Apollo Theater. That's what it seems like. Showtime at the Apollo Theater. You know, there's so many topics out there people can talk about. And so many things that people can dream about. You can dream. You can stop dreaming. And you can dream again. But you know, next month's coming around. It seems to be a pretty good month for a lot of people. June. People make babies in June. There's weddings in June. There's vacations in June. And there's a lot of other things in June. Father's Day, for example. A lot of you people out there, including my own father, never remember or forgot or adjusted Father's Day. What do you mean? In other words, they never told you, they never taught you to say Happy Father's Day. Get a card on Father's Day, which means a lot to a lot of people. Some people say no, just a donator. Some people say no, just don't own it. And then there is some that says, thank you for thinking about me on that day. Because if you don't think about your father, how he know anything about you? And your father above, and et cetera, et cetera. Everybody has a father figure. Could have been your uncle, could have been your brother. Father maker, could have been the religion you celebrate or you handle. But can you remember truly, why did your father hang around? Why was he around? Did he have you on accident? Did he have you on because he was married to someone else? Or was it your real day that he sat down and said, let's speak it, child? Now, when you realize that, you come up with some other conclusions. And most fathers and mothers don't think about it. Will the kid be spoiled? Will it be an only child? Will it be a twin? We don't know. The age goes, the age comes. We don't know what it could be triplet. But those thoughts run through the minds. Then after that run through the mind, then it's like, what will he be like? What will she be like? Will she go to college? Will she get married? Will she have other kids? And vice versa. Or will she have none? Will he have none? Because some of us on earth was meant that way, not to have any. And some was meant to have plenty. I guess for those who had plenty, shared enough for everybody else. But on that day is a day that you can remember, or you don't remember. What was my father's like? Was he old and gray? Was he young and playful? What do I remember about my father? Because some of you out there will not get the Father's Day note. You won't get a letter. You won't get appreciation. You won't get a dinner. You're not going to get anything because you're not known and you're not missed. So I'm thankful for those people who thought about Father's Day. Like my wife every day, my children. I'm thankful for that. I'm also thankful for people that I don't even know. That I don't even know. Not even talking about own kin folks. I'm talking about people out there that closer than a brother or sister in your own blood. Those people who's there for you when the rain coming and all you need is an umbrella, they give you theirs. When your stomach's hungry and they open the door for you and eat food. Those people. So you wonder, are they gonna get married? Or what religion they gonna follow? Who are they gonna follow? Then we sit back and shout the doubts of ourselves because we've learned the same We went around the same road. Who we gonna follow? Who we gonna marry? Is he the right one? Is she the right one? We don't know. Until we run into that situation, we don't know. Because everybody finds a situation they can run into and everybody can get out of it real quick. It is how you want to live your life. You want to go on serving who? Doesn't matter who you serve. You're going to serve someone. You serve money, you're going to serve God. You're going to serve something. Some people say, well, you might even serve your wife. Hey, you might. But you're going to follow somebody. The repertoires out there, and the air out there that we breathe, and the language we speak is all speak the same one. Love, hate. Why do we hate? Why do we love? Why? Why does the diversity has to be all the time? It's like food. You eat food and you eat different food, and all of a sudden, someone says, hey, guess what? You've been eating the wrong food for all these years. Okay, so I must die to go back and find out all the food I ate and all the food I thrown away and put out of my throat, and now I'm trying something new. Well, I'm definitely going to die because that's what happened to most people. Be truthful. You go to the hospital, you sing a song, I'm at the hospital today, and tomorrow I'm dead. Because you were not meant to be cut open like a lion. You're not meant to be slaughtered like a pig. You were meant to live your life like on earth like everybody else. And if you had to grain in the grass, be like the elephant, be like the gorillas. Meat was never an entity, but however we learned it from our own ancestors. You know that old thing says everything is possible, everything is permissible, but not for everyone. Okay? That means that everybody can go out and do anything you want to do. You can be a slave to your slave. So what does that mean? Slave to your work yourself to death, slave to you eat yourself to death, slave to you dance something, slave to you play ball to death. Don't matter. Whatever your slavery makes you slaverous. Okay? Each one of us come on this earth and we live as an entity and where we at and where we're going to be. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what you are. If the time is right, it's right. If you're going to be a millionaire tomorrow, you will. Truly. If you're going to hit the lottery tomorrow, you will. If you're going to play ball and be a superstar, you will. Doesn't matter what sports. If that is your calling, brother, when the time comes, when your number hits, you're going to be there. Okay? You said everybody can be because it's in your genes. It's in the nature that we all become something for somebody to look at and admonishes and enjoy. You know, everybody can look like Marilyn Monroe and everybody can't look like me. So someone had to be good looking like me and somebody had to look like Marilyn Monroe. Just imagine we all look the same. We have a problem. We would have a big problem because everybody wants everybody. And guess what? Not right, not legal, not happening. Okay? There's no cutting, no setting, no sharing. It's not happening. So, we run into problems that we want to be listening to somebody. Who you want to listen to? Well, most of the time I want to listen to somebody who tells the truth. I don't want somebody to sit around playing Wayne on the top and Lee on the bottom, saying, I wish I knew where I was going, but I'm still on top. No. I don't want to follow somebody that says I researched and then find out you didn't research. No. Well, we have people doing that. We have people researching for years and still lying. So guess what? But the antidote and the antidote, the possible antidote, you will know who's lying and you know who you want to follow. Whether he Greek mythology, don't matter. Hebrew authority, don't matter. Gay along all these cells, wide scholar, don't matter. You see, what we have learned in life, true to the sticking of the stoking of a poking, if you like somebody, you'll follow them to the end of the earth. Whether they tell the truth or not, you'll follow them to the end of the earth. The great Billy Graham, we don't know was he lying all his life or not, but a lot of people still following him. Creflo Dollar, T.D. Jakes, you still following them. So hey, You apparently you like what it seems like music. No one can tell you not to like your own music. They can't. You either like it or you don't like it. Were you there? No, you were not there. Every time some song come on, you didn't sit in the studio and listen to them. But it was something about the beat, and you've been beating for all those years you've been on earth. You've been beating from the time that the music came out to now. Like movie theaters, like movies. You're not at every movie. But you like some about it. You either like the plot, or the person, or the action. And I think most people like the action. Why is that, Earl? Because you're not there. And it's like a playful. You can make sure that somebody else get what they get because you're doing it to them. You still can walk around and tell it. Otherwise, in real life, you can't do that. No such thing as getting shot and wake up tomorrow and come back. No. So that's why we like movies. We like to be entertained. That's why we like music. We like to be entertained. That's why we like sports. We like to be entertained. Everything I just told you is entertainment. See, there's entertainment and there's readappearance and there's thoughtathemus and thinkathopus and labotopus. Earl, what are you talking about? Well, there's things that you read. Then you got to think about it. Because you pick up a book and somebody wrote it, now you got to read it to tell the truth. It's like when I write my book. You can read it. Maybe I'm telling the truth, maybe I'm lying, but you read it and you know. You turn the TV on, there's a song, there's a movie you might want to watch, you might not. Radio, there's a song you might not. That's the greatest thing about it. You can tone it off. You can tone it off. See, and that's what happens to our friends and family. We run into friends, and some of them, like the old book said, and people beyond me said, they're only there for a short time. They're only something for you to run through your mind and keep moving. They're not there to be your aunts or your uncles or your cousins or whatever, because you got them. You don't even need them. However, we have been known to adopt those cousins and aunts because they were better than the one we had before. They were better than the real life one we had. Then you find yourself on the stupid because now you want to believe everything you hear, and that's not capable. Okay, it's like everything you see, not capable. Every time you imagine, not capable. It's reality, but not real. For real. So we look at things your uncle said, your aunt said. I got some breaking news for you. Just because you have a child and I don't give a damn, the child look just like it. I mean, pull it off the fence. That don't mean he gonna be acting like you. That don't mean he gonna follow your footsteps. You see, most time in life we get one of those kind of people. One of the greats. They don't come back. Are they different? They're different, but the great, they don't come back. Just take it down for a hand. Tell me your father's like somebody else's father next door. Tell me your mother's like somebody next door. I don't even think you tell me they look like them. That's not what I said. Are they like them? No, they're not. Your sister? No. Your brother? No. If you got them, no. You can know them for 40, 50, 60 years, or you know them for 3, and at the end of the day, you still don't know them. Because they're individuals, and they're going to remain individuals. If they get married tomorrow, somebody else, they become somebody else's problem. Because that individual becomes their soulmate, and that soulmate becomes their Lord, and their Lord becomes their together, and their together means their own wounds, and their own, and they're together by themselves. So in other words, that what you had over here, you're going to have to latch on them when you get back. Because in the meantime, they're latched together. And with two together, as the old story says, nothing's supposed to break the bond from it, but you know better. You know the rest of it. They haven't been bond broken. They've been hearts broken. There have been sadness and there have been days of gladness. There have been the wants and there have been the needs. There have been none, there have been shalom. There's been people that want something because they thought the grass was on the other side and was never on the side. Never. It's like going in the car and saying you got 50. If a friend tell you, you know the difference between a friend and a foe. If a friend tells you that, hey man, the gas tank is on E, but you got 15 miles. Let's think about that for a minute. If the gas is on E You didn't pull it up, but you told me I can go 15 miles. Something ain't right with that. Something ain't cleaning milk. You know why? Here's the true story behind that. Just because he did it one time, that don't mean you can do it the next time. Because you're an individual. And your spirit and his are two different. I don't care if you came from the same body. I don't think you said if you prayed in the same church. I don't care if you came from the same tomb. You're an individual. And we live in life as individuals every day. We quote and unquote and unquote. Well, I wish my son was this way. Well, I wish my daughter got away. Well, what if they was worse? You sit around talking about, well, you wish they could be. What if they were worse than they are already? Otherwise, they're walking the right street and they're walking a long stick. What if they had a crooked stick and a crooked street? Then how would you feel? Well, shouldn't have got married. Well, but he did. Everybody ain't nested in the Bible. Or Naomi. You got some Jezebels out there. And they ain't really trying to get married. So, next story. You can't be like the honest father say, man, you need to get rid of that woman. That woman is not treating your family right, so you need to go and vacate her. You see what happens in real life when we run into people like that, we don't even want to talk. We want to cry bloody Mary. Oh, he talking about my wife. Or he talking about my girlfriend. Well, apparently if you're talking about it, there's a reason why you're talking about it, because something done happened that shouldn't happen. Oh, he said my mother-in-law stink. Well, maybe she did. But she told them to sell. See, that's another thing we do. We put bad oaks on mother-in-laws and mother-in-laws only. But you need to thank for mother-in-law, because mother-in-law sitting there, you don't open your legs, and now you got to work like a dog, and she got to take care of your child. He or she, it don't matter. You got some sorry guys out there that picked the wrong girl and vice versa. And it wasn't love. You might want to admit it. It's two things in the club: love, sex, money, and hatred. So you can counsel love, but all the other three there. Somebody went there to have fun. Somebody went to have sex, and somebody had money. They didn't go there for no love. Okay, that was out. The only way you go for love is almost as if you have to put it on a computer and hope that you get the right one. Because who would tell them that I'm sexy and I'm this, I'm 140 pounds and maybe 300 pounds. You're like, whoa, Susie Mae. And somebody like that. But everybody likes somebody. He could be 105 pounds. She could be like, whoa, Sally Joe. So somebody got to have some big people, somebody got to have some small people, and somebody got to have some wrestlers. You think someone wants 105 pounds before you smash it? No. And vice versa. She don't want 300 pounds or more either. But you never know. Because the Spirit says if the person likes you, there's a way you get around everything. Don't ask me how you do it, but it can happen. It's a possibility. We sit as human beings, we ridicule people for a long time, and we debate what they are, not knowing who they are. We debate what souls they have, not even following their souls. We debate what we believe they are because, well, I grew up on the high society. And my mother and father was this. Don't mean you are. Don't mean you follow their footsteps. Well, excuse me. No, excuse yourself. Let's be honest. You were drunk. You're an alcoholic. You go out on Saturday night and play at the club and come back and work 5 days a week and at the club again on the weekend. Yeah. Somebody saw you. Don't think it ain't possible. You are who you are. You put on the front. You know, you were like the boys in the day that said, hey, most of the soul singers and men, we were singing in the club. Like Aretha Franklin. We were singing in the club, and on Sunday evening, we down to, you know, I mean, we were making all our things and work, preparing for church in the morning, but shoot, nighttime we had our stuff. We were banging like jammies. So seeing is believing, but the eyesight can be a way to say, ooh, I saw you, but I didn't see you. You know? So, once again, I thank my lucky stars for who I am. I thank you for my wife. I thank you for my children. And I thank you for my family. They're my family. And we all got some screwed up people in there. I screwed up myself one time or another, but if you can recall and come back on your screwedness, you're going to be fine. But if you sit there and say, I screwed up and I'm going to do it again, then you still going to be a screwed up person. You nobody have to forgive you for screwing up. You forgive yourself. Okay? If you sit back and want to say, well, I sure screwed up, now what? Well, who you talking to? Yourself? Yourself is the only one gonna get you out of it, and no one will put you in it. Yourself. Now, if you go around and tell people that you did, and ask forgiveness, that's another story. But don't sit on the log and say, well, I done told somebody. You didn't tell nobody. You told yourself what you were and what you were not. And guess what? If that's the way you want to be, it's okay with me. It's okay with you. It's okay with me. We live in a world of forgiveness. We live in a world of fat people, skinny people, middle people. Don't matter. We all live in the world and we can all get along. There's no such thing that because you fat we can get along. Wrong. Because you skinny we can get along. Wrong. If all those people can get along, so can we. It's just who we choose to be among, who we choose to be hanging with, who we choose to live with. Well, I don't want to live on top of the hill because Flutie up on top of the hill. Well, that's your problem. Flutie probably don't want to live with you either. But they never know because they may want somebody like you to understand, to try to get to understand you. You see, we live in a world that everybody doesn't understand everybody. That's why you got so many different languages and so many different cultures from different places. But if you only knew that those cultures, it's like my fingers, been here, there, everywhere, and ran into somebody here and over there and told them, and that's what we've done in the world. We all look like somebody somewhere. And the old folks got it made from sun up to sun days. They say, you look like somebody I know. When they tell you that, they tell you they know you. It's that simple. You know, you look like somebody I know. No, I know who your parents are. I know who your uncle was. That's what they're saying. So when we go around the world, let's be real. I don't care how many people that laugh. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Why do we eat different food? If I was a Chinaman, I'd just eat Chinese food. No. If I was Spanish, I'd just eat Spanish food. No. Hungarian, no. Norwegian, no. Why? We eat different foods because we're different. Because we want to be different. We want to see how different it is. And believe it or not, well, y'all sit in the line, or believe what you believe, that's why we date other people. That's why we go to different places to find out different people. Damn the missionaries and everything else when they go into them to get married, but even they went around and screwed up, married somebody else. So when you go out of your safety area, when you go out of your safety zone, mom, daddy can't have you. That's why kids go to Florida Beach. That's why they go to Daytona in the summertime. All them niggas on the should have known that somebody gonna be taking you, but they don't care. They don't give a damn. Actually, they been smoking beers and running up and down the hallways. They know, and then they come back like, oh, that wasn't me. No, it wasn't you. It was you at the time, though, because you wanted to go down there and be down there, be loaded, cold, and poly moly, and hope nobody didn't tell you and catch the camera. You know, there's a camera always somewhere. I mean, went up your butt. You didn't know somebody's planning, taking pictures. You didn't know what's going on. So, when we can figure out why we want to destroy something that's not ours, the government doing it for years, you know, it ain't mine to blow it up. When we can figure out why we hate, notice I said hate. I ain't said about like, I said hate. Hard word. Hate each other. Hate the color of your skin. Hate. When we can figure out why we're hating each other, who have the same 2 eyes, 1 nose, 1 mouth, 2 feet, 2 hands, 2 legs, 2 feet, 1 butt, 1 genitals, 2 toes, male or female. When we can figure out why we want to hate that, maybe we'll be rich. Because I ain't know nobody come back and tell me yet, oh, I hate you because he was white. Really? And what color you? White. Dumbass. Well, I hate you because he was black. Oh, really? What color you? Black. Dumbass. Because if you look at yourself, actually, you're going to find there is a tone of something in you. You say, Earl, come on. Okay? Take it for what it worth. You can put all the DNA together and everything else. You can put the swab in your mouth and up your ass. Okay, where you put it. You're going to find out that you've been related to somebody. Why is that? Because we, as a great human being, has been all over the world. We have established ourselves as that. You know? One person out of 100, maybe, is in his native land and never moved there. But if he never moved, that don't mean that the person that he was married to or the children he had didn't move. You see, that's what I'm trying to tell you. And you don't get it. You don't get it. You don't have to be the mover. Or you don't have to be the donor of the donor. But somebody in your family donated something. And they were the donor of the donor. So therefore, you become the donor of the donor. You say, Errol, get out of here. All right. You take them there joking. Run your swab on if you want to. And see what you come up with. That could be an interesting. Half of you right now don't even know what blood type you have. B, C, D, E, F, G, and only 3 of them. O positive, B positive, A positive. The rest of them don't count. But you don't know that because you haven't defined. You sitting there on your big tree, which tree is a tree of life. Nobody gets that. Tree of life. I'm sitting under the tree of life, because all those roots and all the people before you sit on that tree, and you just knowledge them. You knowledge them on that tree and don't even know it. Come on, Earl. Well, look at the roots on the ground. See how many roots on the ground. Dig up a big tree and follow the roots and see what they run into. I will guarantee you $1 million that they run into some other tree. Those branches run somewhere else. And I ain't even got $1 million. Alright. We're the same way. We all people want to be loved. And as we all are animals, are the same. And if you can learn from an animal, you can learn from people as well. It doesn't take a 60-year-old to tell you what to do. A 3-year-old, if you watch him long enough, he'll tell you what to do. He'll show you where he's going, where he's coming from, and why he did what he did. And if he's tired, he'll go to sleep. Same way with a 60-year-old. Yeah! Run right back into the land of liberty. What's the land of liberty, Earl? Freedom. Freedom! Freedom is peace. Freedom! Freedom and liberty. If I was a mountain, I'd climb high and stay there. How about that? Why would you stay there? Nobody can touch me on a mountain. You can climb it, but you're gonna do. You're gonna fly right on right now, like them guys on Mount Everest. Why would everybody want to be on Mount Everest? You got people trying to climb Mount Everest cold as it is because they want to. Never tell somebody you can't do anything. You can tell somebody it is not permissible if you try to do something you've never done before. But never tell somebody they can't do it. That's like telling somebody you got a dream and you don't know why you're dreaming it. Well, apparently, I'm dreaming it because I want to dream it, not because you say I can't. Reality just stepped in. Wow, I can't dream. You can dream it. The storyteller said we dream 300 dreams a night, but you only know a few of them. Well, I'm glad I only know a few of them. Sometimes I wonder where I've been, came back, stumble. Be like the galaxy light, go and change things. But if you change things, see, that's the thing. Anything you change, you got to change it back, unless it was permanent, unless it was already meant to be changed. There's not a cue word, a cue card, a cue time that you haven't said something that somebody said before. There's not a place you haven't been that you saw something built that was built before. There haven't been a person you haven't seen you thought you saw before. There haven't been an attitude that you haven't run through that haven't been before. We have a cosmic comedy raising our children. And each children who raise their children raise other children. In other words, from the first to the last, there's a quality that sits way behind why you're trying to raise your children. And what you're trying to accomplish may always surprise you. If you think that you have 10 kids or one should be like me, then you're just as foolish as the sky is blue. Because that one child may have a whole idea that I don't want nothing to do with that person. I'm totally different than the person. I don't care if I did a million times I look like it. I'm going to do everything to do the opposite. You have that. Ain't no such thing as shy. I'm too shy. You're not shy. You don't shy when you're drinking. You don't shy when you fell on your ass. No, you shy because you pretend you want to be shy. It has nothing to do with telling the truth and telling life, telling the real story that you did something that you should have done. Well, let's be honest. Let's be honest. If I don't like my neighbor, I don't like him. As long as he's still within, I still do it fine. You come in my yard, we got to talk about it. And if I don't like it then we really got a problem. We do this. We do it with friends. You see parents in the store, y'all see them. Oh, I can't go that way. I don't want to talk to that person. It may bring up something in the past. Then you go the other way. And the baddest people in the world is the religion people. And he says, Earl, how you know? Because I've been one. I'm like Paul, been there, done that. Man, the pastor come down. I don't see the pastor. Oh man, the deacon come down and let him go the other way. Oh, there's the prophet of Muhammad, let him go the other way. Oh, let Judah. We've all done it. Worse, we're the clatterers, we're the catterists, we're the juniors behind the pulpit. All I can say is this. Not only love thy neighbor as thyself, love thy friend as thyself. Because thy enemy is always approaching without thy neighbor or themselves. How about that? What's that mean, Earl? You don't know who your enemies are. What's that what it means? Could it be in your family? It could be. Could it be next door neighbor? It could be. But until you find them, until you be nice to them, you won't know. That's like saying, well, I eat vegan and skeegan. Well, you can eat all the food you want. And if you want to be fat, you can be fat. And we're still eating vegan and skeegan. Or you can say, well, I don't really want that. I'm gonna go diet-licious. Or eat green, eat nothing but green stuff and go out in the woods. I guarantee you lose weight because you ain't eating no food. You ain't eating nothing. However, the body itself, if you are a big person, it's gonna take a while because they're gonna eat everything inside of you that you had before. So you run around and says, well, so-and-so. Let's forget about so-and-so. So-and-so is not you. I don't care how many times so-and-so went and done something and got away with it, that doesn't mean that you get away with it. And see, that's the fault that people been doing for years. Well, Johnny went and robbed, so I'm going to try it. Now you got caught. Well, Johnny said something to the teacher, never said. Now you got caught. Well, I'm going to try this bowl of rice and hope it's not too hot. Don't burn your tongue. Dumbass. The key to everything that I've taught you, I hope I've said a lot. I said not only teaching, that's what I'm doing, teaching, is to believe in what I said. Don't believe in yourself. If your father-in-laws, if you got father-in-laws, great, then good. If you got mother-in-laws, then good. But if you don't have them, think about why you don't have them. Think about why you didn't give your father his coming birthday, or why you didn't give him his Father's Day. And guess what? If you're a grandfather, that's another card. You see, the world has made it so different and big that everybody gets something on that day, or everybody is promised to look some kind of way. Okay? But if we live and breathe, there's always situations that keep you from doing what you want to do, or saying what you want to say. It's called a hold-up. It's called depression. It's called self-awareness. It's called self-guidance. It's called self-leaning. It's called selfish. Say what? Selfish. But Dad, I would give you a car, but last year you didn't do this. Selfish. But Dad, I would give you a car, but you didn't give Mom one. Selfish. Because whatever you do has nothing to do with what somebody else doing. Whatever you thinking as an individual has nothing to do with what somebody else thinking. Even twins do not think alike. So many words to say to be the same, and adios and cheers and hasta luego and see you when amigo and the streets are long. Don't I just have the words and have the people that know. The concept is get to know your people. Alright? Yeah. Get to know your people. I didn't say that about grandchildren. I didn't say that about children. I said your people. Because your people run so long that the lines are still shorter than you thought they were before you got in one. Well, I'm in this line, okay, well, it's going to go way down that way. Because your DNA is way over there, it's over there, and back here. No, it's not. Okay, well. Is it a good thing? Was it a good thing? I don't know. If you conquer something from it, then it's good. If you didn't conquer nothing from it, then it's a waste of time. Because time is the essence of everything we do in life. Everybody thinks they need time to do something. And really, you don't really need time. It's like people. If you're an individual and you love what you're doing, then you don't need another one. Because you can love yourself as an individual can. You were made to conquer your own self. Man or woman, it don't matter. You were made to do it yourself. From blowed up balloons to heptacoons. Okay? But most people in this world live in like to be with a companion. Like to, for the most part. It doesn't matter what this day and time. It doesn't matter boy, girl, he, she, he, don't matter. But a companion that makes you laugh, make you happy, walk with you, keep you warm at night, feed you food, feed your children, got children, grandchildren, take care of them, etc., etc. That's what the human being in the world is like. Anything else is unorthodox, it's unsanctuary, it's unpermissible, and broad words to live by. I was like a story I wrote one time. Somebody thought somebody would do it, but nobody did it, so it's still done. So therefore it's still done because nobody did it because somebody thought somebody would do it. So therefore nobody did it, and it's still done. When we get together in life and we see people, hallelujah, glory to his name, there'll be dancing in the crowd, there'll be singing in the rain, there'll be up the hill when you don't know the pill. When you really realize how deep that we all live and how deep the climate that we live in makes us who we are, and say a lot about where we came from and why we try to adjust to that climate or adjust to that food or adjust to that liking. It makes a difference. It makes a difference if I move into a Puerto Rican yard and don't like no Mexican. Well, I ain't speaking Spanish, and I ain't gonna be in that long. What if I go to Korea and I don't like the Korean? I won't get along. I ain't wearing my straight. I ain't wearing my thing long, and I ain't wearing the focal talia. Now, if I go in a Muslim and get a hat, speak the language, pray 3 times a day, I might be one. If I get a Muslim, a Jew, and I want the same thing, get me some CC, get my hat on my head, and pray 4 or 5 times a day, that was happening. My question is, who am I praying to? Who? And if I am down and out on my last leg, how you brought me up and I'm still down? That's all I'm saying. That's almost like the Christianese told me, see, you didn't pay tithes. Duh. So I had a bad time, had a bad mystery, so I didn't pay tithes because I lost my job. So Can I live in the church? No, I can't live in it. I'm thinking about people. Where can I live in? Well, I don't know. You can't live here. You ain't pay your tithe. Huh? Wow, that's strange. You know, if it was a righteous church, they'd pay you tithes and pay you food and probably give you 30 days till you fight yourself and get better. They got them out there. You see, we have laws that were made to rectify us, and we have other things to identify us. And everything that we did and said before, there's a reason for it. Everything that we put together, there was a reason for it. But we as a human being, we destroy it by adding more to it. Oh, well, this is good. No, let's add some more to it. Oh, this is good. No, let's add some more to it. So now it's almost crumbling down because the rule that you set before from Jump Street was good. But you got jealous, put money in your pocket, and you're surrounded, and you didn't want to change, and that's what happened. That's what happened in life. Until you say, my brother, my sister, we belong together. My enemy is my friend. Till you can agree with yourself and believe that, you're going to have the dictatorial of searching and looking. And you're saying every day, is that flight okay? Oh, it's about a job. No. The flight okay? Oh, no, it's about Hawaii. Oh. And the shoes go, oh, no, some black man. Oh. Here's 22. Well, soccer, racing, golf, sleighing, bobsleighing. Be a member of that team. Because I can assure you, everybody don't play basketball, but they come watching. Everybody don't like baseball, but there's a lot of people there. Everybody don't like football. They think it's they said sloppy. They say either football, or they might then go overseas and play rugby football, or play the real mean football without pads. But guess what? They're watching. So, if you're one of those, you're part of us. That's the way the world goes around until we can fix it. Until we can satisfy ourselves in what we believe in, or what we're doing, we're going to run through a mockery of stuff saying it's permissible, but it's not equal to everybody. And guess what? You are not equal to everybody. Because if you was equal to everybody, then you'll be doing what everybody's doing. And guess what? I don't know nobody sitting here doing what I'm doing in my house. And vice versa. I'm at nobody else's house doing what they're doing. That's what makes us different. Okay? The jurisdiction and denomination says this. Get along. Get a dog, get along, get along, get along, the dog, get along, get along, get along, get along, the dog. Oh, get along, 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 get along. So, get along, little dog. Get along with your friends. Get along with your enemies, as long as they come next to you. Like I said, we all have enemies. We all have people that we don't want to talk to. We all have places we don't want to go. We all have things we have done before. And we done them, guess what? If you've been forgiven by the person who loves you, then don't worry about nobody else. Because you got a lot of them out there that don't even know you're not going to forgive you. And then what to leave you with? Absolutely nothing. A broken hearted. You be singing, I'm so broken hearted, I could cry. No. Lift up your hands and say, hallelujah, glory to his name. There you go. I believe I can fly like a fly, like a fly. I can believe I can be myself. Fathers, happy Father's Day to each and every one of y'all who will not receive a Father's Day card on this day. And that's from my heart to yours. And if you play in the role of a father, same goes to you. May the role you play be gentle, daily, and meaningful. Now, if you're a child who has a father, you might want to think about that. You don't have to. Because whatever you're thinking now your child one day, or if you have one, some you never have it, will be thinking the same thing you think. Because like you said, it's a leadership. I want to follow my father's leadership. Lead into the ship. And without any lead, there's no profit to gain. Agree? I agree. So, with that in mind, with all the times and all the people who says, I'm following you to the where we following, where we going, well, follow me to this one. Tell your father hello. Tell your grandfather hello. Tell your brother hello. He probably got a father. He's probably a father. Tell him hello on that day. 15 days away. Alright? Alright. Oh, there we got you. Adios. Cheers. So long. Peace. We out of here. Hasta luego, hasta luego, la bilo, palo. Pelata, pizza.